Last night on The Amazing Race, we saw one of the closest finishes this season. But unfortunately for the beauty queens, Dustin and Kandice, they came up short in Barcelona, failing to move on as one of the three final teams. I caught up with them just a couple of days ago and talked about their experience.
This way, Dee. Come. It's not every day you get to do this. Dang, boys are fast. I know, and I wasn't trying to take risks today.
Everything looks like it's going to make a remarkable turnaround for you guys. You're marked for elimination, and then you have this miraculous run. I mean, take us through Morocco to Spain now.
Yeah. Sure. Well, we knew that it was going to be an uphill battle for us. When you're marked for elimination, I mean, it's got to take a miracle, really, I mean, to come in first.
So get your camel meat.
The thing that we were holding on to is that by the time we got to that eating challenge where we had to eat camel meat, we were second in line. And we were right behind James and Tyler, and we thought, you know what, we can still do this. And that hope died away, I think, when we realized that the second half of the leg was going to be a plane ride away in Barcelona. We realized that if there was another great equalizer, then we probably wouldn't have time to make it up in half a leg.
Dustin and Kandice, you are the last team to arrive. Very sorry to tell you you have been eliminated from the race.
How hard is it to let go of that final series of mistakes that you guys made?
I think we relived that missing of the turn. We're still really reliving it.
And Dustin and Kandice made a big mistake.
We went way past it.
Probably will be with us for the rest of our lives.
I don't know how this happened.
However much you put into something is what you kind of expect back. And we were so in, like we were 100%. The race was just like our whole reality while we were on it, and it had to be.
All right, let's do it. Just jump in.
Did you choose the wrong challenge?
Yes, I in hindsight, we had these huge heads on, and we're like, where do we go? Like, we can't see anything, right?
We have to be first. This is for the $1 million.
So by the time we figure our game out, James and Tyler are already there, and they were just really hard to lose.
I don't see anything, do you? No. Let's hope this is right. It's our only chance.
If we'd have been just a turn ahead of them, I think we could have checked in. I mean, because we still did find the clue quicker than they did, but they were just close enough to see where we went. And that was really the end of it for us.
Well, you know, I already hated them, so I expected it because it's typical of something they would do.
Now, there was bad blood almost from the get-go. Tell me, what happened with the Bama girls?
I think that Bama just had a different approach to the game than Dustin and I did. We were running our own race from the very beginning. But at the pit stops, we got along with everybody. And we're like, hey, we were ourselves. And I think that maybe Bama just kind of took our way of playing the game the wrong way.
We definitely have a plan to get them out now since they tried to get us out.
We got to get rid of them.
We treated them like we treated every other team from the beginning, with kindness and respect. And, you know, they chose the way they raced, and, you know, there were a few times we were just like,
like, what can we do?
You know?
What are you going to do if they win? How are you going to feel if they win?
Do this to us.
How are you going to feel if they win?
You know, I have to hand it to Bama. They're single moms. They probably really need the money. I mean, they're probably in the top 2 or 3 teams in our whole season that could use the money. Right. So for that, I say, you know, great.
Would you ever do this again?
I would have to say for both of us, I would be begging for a second chance at doing this again. I mean, absolutely. It was the chance of a lifetime.
I liked watching them.
They were great.
Yeah, and because most of the time through the whole game, their attitude was so great. They always had a smile on their face. Whatever the challenge was, they really seemed to approach it with a lot of energy and enthusiasm.
Well, you know, at the beginning, they were accused of using their looks. All right. Then they said no one took them seriously because they were pretty. And in the end, everyone wanted them out. I mean, there was some bad karma between those women and the Bama girls.
Because when they yielded Bama, it was one of those things where they didn't really have to yield them, and when you know, that
comes back and bites you.
Come back and get you.
But they were great. They were great. It's been a great season.
Really, really good season.
Yep.
And they're down to the final 3.